Let's build this infographic in this video. Hello guys, welcome back to the video. Let's start working. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'll draw a circle like this. I'll go into offset path and set the value to 70 pixels. Once this is done, I'll press Alt Shift and make a copy of it. Then I'll make 2 more copies out of it. Now I will select the inner circles and give them green color. Now I'm going to draw a rectangle here. Select both the circle and the rectangle. Now just change the color so that it's visible what is going on. Set the stroke to none. And I'm trying to place it in the center of the circle. So I've selected the circle so I can see the center, and with the help of smart guides I have aligned it. Now I'll select these two, go in the shape builder tool and press Alt to get minus, and then delete this part. Once this is done, the next thing, as you can see, I've made 3 quarters. The next thing would be to join all these outside circles or the outlines formed by the circles outside to turn it into a waveform. For this, as you can see, I am pushing the circles towards in, except this last one, which I forgot that I had to push it even further. So I'll make the changes as I continue. Now the reason that I kept this, I could have edited out of the video, but I wanted to keep it more natural. The things, as we learn, as we try, we often make mistakes, and there is no perfect way. It's all about learning. So as you can see, I've drawn a rectangle, and I'm using the shape builder tool to make this waveform outside. But I realized that I had left the 4th one out, so using the selection tool, I'll push it in. Again, draw a rectangle on the outside, select them all, press V, select them all, and again go into the shape builder tool, and this time you would be able to see I'm trying to form a wave outside these circles. So I continue, and at this point I again realized that I forgot to divide the last circle and remove a part of it. So for a second I kept it, but then I thought it would be to adjust on the go, and I selected and joined up to here. As you can see, now this is a nice wave on the outside. I'll remove the rest of the things. I'll press minus here and remove this part, and then I thought let's go into the selection tool, V, and simply see what's together, and then remove the parts that I don't need. I need this wave, so I'll keep it, but I'll remove the rest of the shapes from above, and also remove this part over here shaped like a bell, and then this part over here, and then I'll fix this error. So as you can see, it's all stitched together at the moment. So I'll again select the rectangle tool, find the center, once again zoom in it a bit, and draw a rectangle onto the left, in the southwest direction you may say. Use the shape builder tool and press Alt on the plus here and remove nut, and the minus here, and remove the parts I don't need. It's pretty much done. Now I have to go back here using the selection tool, delete the parts I do not need. So in this way it's almost complete. I just need to join this, so I'll select this one along with this one, and again use the shape builder tool. So as you may see, that it's not always perfect planning. In fact, I am a beginner myself, so as you may notice that I'm learning on the go, and trying to mend things on the way. So I'm going to apply the gradient to all four of these, and then I'll go into the gradient toolbar or the gradient window and make adjustments to all of them together. I'm trying to push the shadow part or the black part to the right as much as possible, and also reduce the intensity of the black color and make it kind of dark grayish. This is fine with me. Now the problem is that I forgot to select the color box from here. As you can see, it's dark. Even if you don't get it what is happening, it's perfectly fine, because I'll go back here in the selection tool and select them again since I misstepped. So I'll go back here, but I forgot that I must also select first the gradient tool, so which I selected on the left. Now I'm going to apply the linear gradient like this. Now when I will bring the changes, you would be able to see it applies to everything. I'm happy with this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to offset a path just a little bit. I'll go in the objects, path, and offset path, and I'll keep it to 5 pixels and press OK. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them again apply a gradient, but I'll reverse its direction like so and press OK. So as I'll press V, as you can see, it gives a feeling of a button, that it has an outline and the buttons are pressed. It's just the way how you try to understand how shadows work, how things work. So the next thing what I did, I've selected the wave and I've applied a normal gradient. I'll just add colors. At first the idea in my mind was to apply gradient with reducing opacity, so I chose this one. But again, on the go, as I began trying it, I was trying to choose the bright colors because I wanted to give it this rainbow kind of a feeling. As I was developing, I realized that reducing the opacity is not exactly what I want. So as I began selecting, I also realized that I must keep the opacity 100%. So that is what you're seeing me. So I'll just continue adding more colors just like this and increasing the opacity to 100. Okay, once this is done, I'll round off the corners by using the direct selection tool. I'll zoom in and hold this, zoom in, hold the left, just this one, oops, then just this one. I removed a quarter of the shape once again, as I felt the design was not evenly distributed. This was the final design that I felt that I'm happy with. I'll round off this corner. Once this is done, now I wanted to add a background, bring it in the center and add a background, a dark colored background. I'll push it down by pressing Ctrl Shift and left bracket. And now I'm going to change its color. It's black. Let's change this color, kind of a dark purple. The next thing that I want to do is I'm simply going to add text, and I want to add the words this time not as steps but as years. So I'll write year 1, year 2, year 3 and year 4. I've increased the font size and I decided to go for a thick font once again, and I chose this one, Berlin Sans, and brought it to the center. Reduce the distance between by going into the properties. As you can see, I'm reducing the spacing between the words, and I'll keep it in the center and just make 4 copies of it. 3 copies to be precise, in total 4 of these. Once that is done, the next I was thinking of what color should I apply to it. and for that I thought I'll try and match the colors with the colors of the wave. So what I thought I must do is that first of all I selected all the text and converted it into outlines so that it would behave as normal objects, so that I can apply all kinds of gradients and shapes to it. Once that is done, I then took the ink tool and I started applying the colors of the gradient that I've already formed on the wave, and I applied that on the text as well. But there is one difference that I wanted to make. As you can see, with all the colors showing up in the text, it does not look that nice. So I decided to match it with the colors, the two colors within the range of which the text has been written. You will understand as I'll do it. Since all the colors were applied, so I removed all the colors except the first two, and I distributed evenly. And so now you can see it's applied just two colors. So I decided this is what I wanted to do. Created outline, applied the gradient, select the ink tool, apply the colors, went into the gradient toolbar, removed the first two, removed the first one, kept the next two from purple to blue. Then I'll do the same with this, 3, convert it into an outline, go into the gradient, remove the first two, kept the blue third and the light blue, the fourth one, and did the same and chose the last two colors for it. And that's pretty much it. So the design is ready. Trying different colors, trying different backgrounds, trying different styles, and just learning more and more about infographics. Hope this has helped you learn something. Use it wherever you want to do, practice it, have fun with it. Thank you, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.